My parents called me a useless failure and kicked me out. Go live in the streets, Dad yelled. They didn't know I make $15 million a year. I just smiled, walked away. 3 weeks later, everything changed. The mashed potatoes were still steaming when she said it. You've always acted like you're doing us some huge favor, Aaron. You're not. You're just a burden. Always have been. Her fork hovered midair. Danielle, my brother Luke's girlfriend, froze with her wine glass halfway to her lips. Dad cleared his throat like he might speak, but didn't. And Luke? Golden boy Luke. He laughed. Not nervous, not awkward, confident. At least I make this family proud. Something inside me went cold. I didn't throw my plate, didn't shout. I set my fork down, pushed my chair back, and stood. Silence heavier than anger. Then I walked out without a word. The drive home was quiet. No music, no calls, just Luke's voice circling my head. At least I make this family proud. What none of them knew, or maybe didn't care, was that for 5 years I'd been their invisible safety net. Mortgage, utilities, medical bills. I kept everything afloat. Every due date, every red notice, handled before they ever saw it. I was the hand holding up the walls, and in return, I was a burden. That night, something inside me snapped. I opened my banking app, shut off autopay for their house, deleted every reminder I'd set. I wasn't their safety net anymore. 3 weeks later, Dad's name lit up my phone. He never called. Why is the mortgage unpaid? His voice clipped, tight, like a boss scolding an employee. I leaned back in my chair, staring at the ceiling, almost smiling. Ask your pride and joy. Click, end of call. Mom's texts followed. We need you to sort this out before it affects our credit. Don't be childish. Childish. Not thank you. Not sorry. Just another demand. I left her on red. Through my cousin Rachel, I learned the truth. Mom was spinning a story. I'd had a breakdown. I was unstable, lashing out. They couldn't admit the truth. They'd relied on me too long, and I finally stopped. So they recast me as the villain. Christmas came. No invite. Just a photo online. Luke in a suit, Danielle with wine, Mom by the tree I'd bought years ago. Caption, grateful for family. Some people may leave, but the ones who matter always stick together. I stared at it until the screen dimmed. Hollow. January, Rachel called. Luke quit his job, or got pushed out. Something shady with expenses. I almost laughed. The golden boy's shine was cracking. 2 days later, voicemail. Hey man, got a business idea. Need startup capital. Thought maybe you'd want to invest. Win-win. Not an apology, a pitch. Like I was a bank, not his brother. Then, the betrayal. A lender called. Mr. Miller, following up on your mortgage application for 324 Linton Avenue. My house, my name, my bank info. Luke had forged my signature. Tried to use my credit for his business. I didn't yell, didn't cry. Lawyer filed a police report. Attempted fraud, identity theft. Accounts frozen. Credit locked. 3 days later, Luke called, furious. Dude, it wasn't like that. You can afford it. I'm trying to build something. Why not do something that actually matters? I hung up. Then the perfect storm. Foreclosure notices on my parents' house. The same one I'd kept alive for half a decade. The one they'd promised would be Luke's legacy. Within 60 days. Auction. Quietly, I formed an LLC, sent a proxy bidder. When the gavel dropped, the house was mine. Theirs. Now mine. I didn't show when the sheriff taped the notice, but I drove by that night. Through the kitchen window, Mom slumped at the table, Dad silent, Luke pacing like a caged dog. They had no idea they were sitting in my house. Final notice went out. Vacate in 10 days. No extensions. A week later, downtown, I saw them outside a bank. Desperate. Frantic. Mom's eyes locked on mine. Lips parted like she might beg. I held her gaze, nodded once, and walked away. That night, my phone buzzed. Text. Why are you doing this? We're still your family. I typed back one line. No, you were my family, and you made me your burden. Send. They were out by Friday. And the house they swore would always be Luke's, now it's mine. A home they'll never step into again.